Coming up on this episode of SEVA TV, we are getting in touch with our community. Student producers take us to visit the red carpet at California's Hall of Fame, inform us on the dangers lurking online, and educate us on incorporating American Sign Language into the daily news. Stay tuned for all of this on SEVA TV.
From Maryhill Midtown.
Welcome back to Boys on a Mic.
This is ways how to do a layup.
Jump.
Today we get to meet student producers from Florence Markofer Elementary School as they hobnob with California's finest on the red carpet. Let's see what they enjoyed about their process.
We got there and got to interview and meet some famous people.
When we arrived there, we were the only elementary school there, which I thought was pretty cool because we were the only special people there. News crew people started videotaping us and we got on the newspaper.
My favorite part of making it was probably editing because I love editing and there's a lot of good shots with the 360 camera and other things. On December 13th, our news crew was invited to the California History Museum, where we got to be on the red carpet and a chance to interview some of the Hall of Fame inductees. Got a smile for the picture? We can go. Reporting live from the red carpet.
Before we began our celebrity interviews, we got lots of great advice.
And a ton of encouragement.
Hi, I'm Drisha Leggett, and this is my husband, Mark Ludorf. I'm a board member for the California Museum. We're very excited about the California Hall of Fame, and we're really glad you guys are here.
I am on the board for the California Museum. So my favorite part about today is the great class of inductees who just represent California and the amazing leaders that they are. So I'm excited to see them get in.
I would like to say that I'm so excited to be here at the Hall of Fame. I work at the museum. I run the education department, so that means I'm a teacher. So I'm especially excited to see young people here at the Hall of Fame. Because the whole point of our museum is to show that kids really are the future, that you're going to build the future of California.
I'm Prashanthi Raman, and I am Vice President of Global Government Affairs for Cruise, which is a self-driving company. I think it's an amazing experience to commemorate individuals who have really shown us the way and paved us the way and give us a lot of inspiration tonight.
And what do you do?
Well, I used to be the ambassador to Australia, and now I help run a self-driving car company.
That's cool. And what's your favorite part about being here today?
Oh, well, I think this is my favorite part so far, is talking to you and, all the paparazzi here. Yeah, but also I just think getting to meet inspiring people like Peggy Fleming and Linda Ronstadt and Stephen Chu and all the other people who are being honored today.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Any last words?
Yeah, thanks so much for believing in journalism. We need more people like you. So stick with it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Make sure you stay in school. Take advantage of every opportunity you have, not just to learn, but also to lead. And you will then become a leader in California.
Well, it's fun to be here, and I'm a filmmaker too, so go for it, girls.
Thank you.
First up, Alonzo King.
My greatest achievement is to keep my enthusiasm.
How do you get your students to become artists and not just dancers?
I think it's important for them to become themselves. And so a lot of times you have to break down the training of imitation, and it's really important to improvise so that your relationship with dance becomes personal. And the more personal it becomes, the more objective you become, and it brings out the art within.
California Hall of Fame inductee, Roy Choi.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
If you could only eat one dish for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It's a Korean dish called kimchi jjigae. Have you ever had kimchi jjigae before? No. I'm going to feed it to you.
That sounds interesting. Unique food truck you've ever seen?
That one right at the end of the red carpet. You see it over there?
Yeah.
It's called the Kogi truck.
Hi, my name is Paige Vanderspeck. I have a couple questions for you as well. Your food truck, Kogi, brings affordable, good food to everyone. What is your favorite part about working on a food truck?
Being outside like this with the people, and you get a direct interaction with the people.
Can you explain the recent fusion energy breakthrough to an 8-year-old?
Sure. You take a laser and you evaporate some metal that makes X-rays, and the X-rays compress a hydrogen sphere so high temperature that the hydrogen ignites and makes helium. And the helium is lower energy, and so it's like burning, and so it's a big breakthrough.
Who inspired you to start skating?
Oh, well, my dad took all of us girls to the ice skating rink, and I love climbing trees and playing baseball. And I stepped on the ice and I went, this is really fun.
Thank you.
Morgan.
These are our junior reporters.
Hi, junior reporters.
My name's Madison. What is yours?
My name's Barbara.
What is your favorite thing about being an astronaut?
Oh, there are way too many favorite things, but it's a great job because you get to do some really interesting things that help us all learn more about who we are and our place in the universe. What advice I have for all of you is, first of all, keep whatever dream you have, dream really, really big, because for every single one of you, whatever you want to do in life, you will be able to do it. And then work really hard and have a lot of fun while you're getting there.
Thank you for that. What advice would you give?
Just always use your voice and, follow your gut and just never be afraid to stand up for yourself and other people.
You have many awards. Which one is your favorite?
This one. I'm from California, so being inducted California Hall of Fame is very special.
You've accomplished so much. What is next for you?
Hopefully another World Cup.
Thank you for your time.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
You just on the digitals?
Please welcome.
I am so excited to celebrate all of these luminaries and incredible California bred and talents. My advice is to work hard and be positive and grateful and share your talents with the world.
My favorite part about my job is when I meet people that have benefited from something, a policy, a program that I've been involved with and helped create. And nothing makes me prouder than when I meet people that say, thank you, this really made a difference in my life.
Do you have any advice for all the people out there that are starting their career?
Yes. Comparison is the thief of all happiness. Your expression is unique, no one else has it. Don't compare yourself to others. Message is just relax and be yourself.
Back to MM News Studio.
It was a magical night that I'll never forget.
Back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Back to you.
Back to you, los Tigres del Norte.
That felt like SEVA TV was right there, meeting some very special guests. That was the great coverage of the magical night. Speaking of celebrities, Amelia from Del Paso Manor Elementary School gives us an in-depth look at Angel City FC.
We built an entire business around using sport and entertainment to bend that curve towards equity. And it just makes waking up every day, because even when you lose, you know that you've had a positive impact somewhere. There are 3 founders of Angel City: Natalie Portman, the actress and activist; Kara Nortman, who's a venture capitalist; and myself, Julie Ortman, who's an entrepreneur. Kara has been a fan of women's soccer forever and went to the 2015 Women's World Cup in Canada with her 3 daughters. The US women won the World Cup in 2015, and Kara was so excited, she went to about 9 different stores to buy jerseys. Nobody was selling the women's jersey. Over a course of a year and a half, Natalie got to meet the players, understood their challenges, and really started to question why they weren't paid the same, but also recognized that it's not okay. That didn't sit well with Natalie. She texted Kara and said, why don't we bring a women's professional soccer team to LA? Like, let's create the change we want to see. Let's do this. Kara and I have known each other for years. I'm an entrepreneur. She said, hey, can you help us figure out how to do this?
It's my job to go find brands that align with who Angel City is.
I get the pleasure of playing the beautiful game of soccer in front of the community.
The struggles that we had were really sharing with the world what we intended to do, that we intended to fight towards pay equity, we intended to build a women's sports team.
The most common struggle at the beginning was, you're 3 women. Like, they're not used to seeing women as owners and operators of professional sports. It's part of it is then finding those investors who believe what you believe, right? And that meant talking to 100 investors who said no until we got our first yes. And then once we got our first yes, you know, it's just a little bit easier to.
I love what I do because I get to be around great people and I get to have fun and play sports.
They've really created a whole new segment of sports because people care about it a little bit differently than just watching if somebody wins or loses. So
it wasn't just about putting 11 people on the pitch that were going to win every game. It was about creating an incredible experience no matter what happened on the pitch.
I think they've inspired me and my teammates, and I think women in general, to believe in our value, and also inspired people to take risks. Like, believing in yourself is one thing, but you got to take risks and put yourself out there.
We aren't satisfied with being the most successful women's team in the world. We want to be on par with the most successful men's teams in the world. We're not finished yet. And we're not satisfied with us being the most successful. We want our league to be the most successful. We want other teams to challenge us. We want new teams to come in.
I think for me, it's controlling what you can, because so many things are out of our control. So I just focused on, my attitude, my effort, working hard every day and giving everything I had to where I was at.
We are all pushing towards something that's greater than each of us individually. So we have a really incredible ownership group.
My favorite thing is the people I work with in my team. It's an incredible group.
My favorite part, number one, is probably the community connection.
The Angel City sponsorship model, where we give 10% of our sponsorship dollars back into the community, that's reflective of our commitment to drive to equity.
I think the biggest thing is, watching this league grow over the 8 years I've been in it, and seeing that when someone came in and believed in what we were doing from a personal level, because they're women as well, it took our league to the next level. For me growing up, I didn't have a professional women's soccer team to look up to. I wanted to be one of the boys. I was they look tough and they're strong and they're powerful. For young girls, you get to look up to us and be like, wow, we can do that.
Thank you, Amelia, for that informative and inspirational piece on Angel City FC. Now, let's change directions to discuss some serious safety issues in our community. Craig, Morgan, Amelia, Wayne, and Zoe from Vista del Lago High School share a public service announcement on kidnapping.
Do you guys need a ride?
Sure. I don't think we should take rides first.
But your mom told me to pick you up.
See, he's in the street. But I don't think we should still trust him. Fine.
That was some scary and serious stuff. Let's hear from student producer Emily from Katherine Albiani Middle School about some of the dangers lurking online.
So what happens in this video is a girl got a friend request from this random person that she doesn't know, and he texts her and he's like, "Oh, have we met before?" And she's like, I'm not sure. She goes along with it and they meet up in person, and then she gets kidnapped, and so it goes down from there. You never meet up with someone that you have no idea who they are.
Student producers Emma and Emily created this PSA. Let's watch. Our student producers definitely know how to tackle the hard topics. Joanna from Fern Bacon Middle School shares a moving piece about the effects of social media.
We live in a generation consumed in social media, comparing ourselves to the random people on the internet daily, wishing we looked like that, wishing we had that perfect life, wishing we had that perfect long blonde hair with their perfect eyes, perfect nose, perfect lips, perfect body. Takes over our mind, makes a new self-image for us, making us believe we need to change our face, our personality, our clothing, just to simply fit in. Don't believe what your head or other people are telling you. It's all fake. You are perfect. You are beautiful. You are worthy. All body types are beautiful. All skin colors are gorgeous. Every hair type, every style, everything. You are enough.
That was a dramatic and powerful video. Amazing job, Joanne. Our final interview is with Gavin. His team covered how their school added American Sign Language to the school news coverage.
My video is called It's All Accessible, and here on DC Daily, we are like the only one in the community that has an interpreter live every single day. And so we did a story about that, explaining how we use our interpreter to communicate to the deaf and hard of hearing. We just told the story of how the interpreter became part of DC Daily and why we use it. Interpreters are necessary in order for our deaf and hard of hearing community to understand what's going on, because our broadcast is the main source of information around campus.
Milad, Gavin, and Naomi are student producers from Campo High School. Their insightful video shows the impact of this change on the deaf and hard of hearing community.
Good morning, Cougars. Today is Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. I'm Tallulah.
And I'm Amir. Our top stories for today are new tardy policies, football tickets, movie night, boogram, soccer conditioning. If you're interested, be sure to be there.
In the state of California, it's a very humble story.
Did you miss one of our broadcasts? Hear the story repeated? Don't panic.
Jessica is amazing. Her signing skills, her language. I really enjoy watching her every day. It really is a delight.
She's actually really nice. I like her because whenever we're done, she walks out and she always says hi to the class and have a good day.
So when I was growing up in my life, my grandparents were actually deaf as well. So I was always, since I've been little, I would always go with my grandparents and help interpret. My mom also is deaf. So I, all of my life with my deaf family, I've been the one that's had to interpret for them.
I think it's a good thing to have her on there because then they can see what we're talking about on DC Daily. So, or like when they're talking, the anchors or Mr. Snyder or whoever's on, they're talking, like if we don't have them, then the ASL students won't know what we're talking about. So, and it's good to inform them also about what's going on, so we don't want to leave them out.
Looking at the videos every day, it's not really accessible, but watching her sign in her language, seeing her, it really helps. Well, most of our students who use ASL, English was not their first language. So using sign language really gives them the added support to be able to see the video and the things that are happening on the screen. So when they see a lot of words and the closed captions, it becomes overwhelming to grab the words that they recognize. But when we have an interpreter signing the words, they're able to understand the videos better and have access to all the information.
I just think it's good that our deaf students are able to see our broadcast not only through like subtitles, because that's not the same thing.
We really need the sign language for me. I prefer watching somebody sign as opposed to reading the closed captions.
Because they're still part of our school and they're part of our community, so we kind of have to include them with everything.
That wraps up our episode for today, but don't worry, we have more episodes of SEVA TV coming your way. For more content, check us out on secctv.org or find us on your favorite platform, X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We have it all. My name is Seth, and thanks for joining me for this episode of SEVA TV. Until next time.